Matterhorn Ultrax 2020 en direct. Aujourd'hui, on va parler trail, on va parler Nouvelle-Zélande, on va parler AK. Bref, quand on parle Nouvelle-Zélande et trail, c'est vrai que la focale se précise un peu. Et on pense marathon 2018, marathon 2019, du Mont Blanc. On pense aussi 4 Sierzinal, 4 fois. Et on pense surtout à un regard qui quand même marque son interlocuteur, intense, hargneux, passionné, bref, je pense que vous aurez deviné. On est avec Ruth Croft. Hi Ruth.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks.
Okay, we will try to make the interview in French and English.
Yeah.
Donc nous allons essayer en français et en anglais. When we say New Zealand, the focal length is precise. We think Mont Blanc Marathon 2018, 2019. We think about twice fourth place in Sierzinal, and we think especially of, a look. Your look, intense blue, snarling, competitive, scathing, but scathing in the race. So this is Ruth Croft. Old Ghost in February 20, and a victory. So that means that you were able to hang up a bill until the end of a dorsal until the end of February. Old Ghost à la fin de février 2020, victoire de Ruth. Ça veut dire qu'elle a réussi à porter un dossard jusqu'à fin février. Depuis cette date, aucune compétition. Since then, no more competition, no trail running.
I had one race in March, just before kind of COVID got shut down in New Zealand, and so I haven't raced since probably mid-March.
Ah, ok.
Yeah.
Donc pas de course depuis la mi-mars. Un trail en Nouvelle-Zélande. So how do you feel? Comment tu te sens forcément après une période sans avoir couru? La question traditionnelle, traditional question.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, but I'm not too sure where the fitness is because it has been a long time. And in New Zealand, I was training for cross country. Because when I realized I probably wasn't going to be able to get to Europe, I started to train for cross country, which is run 8K in short and flat. And then I found out I could get to Europe, and so we've kind of switched the training again. But I definitely don't feel like I've got my European mountain legs just yet.
Ouais. Donc Ruth n'a pas trop la sensation d'avoir récupéré ses jambes de traileuse pure montagne. Elle a fait du cross, donc des formats courts de 8 km et sur le plat pur. Et quand le déconfinement est arrivé, il a fallu changer le plan d'entraînement. Okay, but you know, runners and elite champions, they always say this. I'm not sure for tomorrow. Les champions disent toujours ça. Je suis pas trop sûr pour demain. Anyway, we will see.
Okay, yeah,
Let's
definitely.
start in the morning.
Yeah.
Of course, have you been able to train and what have you been doing since February 20? Qu'est-ce que tu as fait depuis février? Est-ce que tu as réussi à t'entraîner?
Yeah, so we did have lockdown in New Zealand, but I was able to just train as normal because I don't live in a major city.
Ah oui, donc pas de confinement en Nouvelle-Zélande, le droit de sortir. En plus, elle habite pas dans une grande ville.
Yeah, and then my coach and I shifted the focus towards cross country because we didn't think I would get to Europe.
Donc focus sur les compétitions de cross courtes, really explosive and
yeah, short and speed.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I found out I would be able to get to Europe, and so then we kind of switched back to kind of more base training for hoping to get into some races over here.
And what do you call base training? It's like muscular training,
Like
reinforcement?
aerobic base. So just like more LSD, longer distance than that, without too many sharpening sessions just yet.
Like everybody during this time. Donc entraînement court et session plutôt explosive, ce qui veut dire que non, elle n'a pas récupéré ses jambes de coureuse. It means that, yeah, you didn't get back your trail running legs. So you must be hungry for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's just a different approach mentally as well when you haven't raced for so long. But I think it'll be good to put a bib on and see how tomorrow goes.
No, it was a joke. I'm sure it will go perfectly too. Donc Zermatt, c'est le retour à la compétition, mais aussi à la compétition heureuse. Zermatt is therefore your return to the dorsal, to the fight, to the happy fight. How do you consider and how do you see this race? Is really something more much happy, something more an additional motivation for competition?
Yeah, so the race tomorrow for me is quite technical. I prefer more runnable, so it's going to challenge me in that sense.
Course très technique pour elle demain, pour Ruth, alors qu'étrangement elle s'est plutôt inscrite en 2016 aussi, but you run in 2016 also, the 30K.
I've done the 30K before,
Yeah.
but I haven't done the extreme.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, it's going to challenge me in that sense. But to be honest, I'm just looking forward to getting back out there and racing and putting a number on.
Ok.
Yeah.
Ouais, donc l'enjeu, c'est mettre un dossard, courir, having fun,
Yeah.
doing all the best, and let's see what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
No. This race, after a month without competition, it is a springboard, like I would say a springboard to other races in September, October. Est-ce que c'est un tremplin vers d'autres courses ou est-ce que c'est vraiment une course à part entière? Or is it a race just for this race, or are you thinking about, I don't like this expression, a preparation race. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to say that I'm going to make a bad race,
Yeah.
but I will do the race. Or is it really a goal, or are you thinking about things after? Est-ce que c'est vraiment un but ou il y a des courses après?
I think with the whole situation at the moment, you can't think too far ahead because you just get disappointed because the situation is always changing and races are getting like cancelled all the time. So I think you just focus on the race as it happens, and then after that, we'll then like see what else is happening later in the season. I just don't want to get my hopes up too much on races. Like I've signed up for Les Templiers, but then you don't know what the situation is going to be like in October. So yeah.
C'est difficile de faire des projets de toute manière, à part se focaliser sur l'instant présent et donner tout ce qu'on a dans une course, donc celle de demain. La situation est tellement évolutive au niveau du virus que, par exemple, penser aux Templiers, qui doit annoncer peut-être sa décision fin août. The Templiers has to confirm at the end of August, I think
Yeah.
it could be maintained or cancelled,
Yeah.
like Odile Baudrier said. Donc l'objectif, focaliser demain sur la course et donner le maximum, et puis la suite, on verra. No project anymore?
Not at the moment, no.
Ok,
no.
pas de projet, ok. Matterhorn en 2016, un 30 km, mais complètement différent, because tomorrow it will be the extreme race, so something totally different, something perfect for guys like Alexis Sevenek,
Yeah.
because donc un terrain parfait pour Alexis qui peut courir avec les mains, like he can run with the hands,
Yeah.
so it's perfect for him and he really likes it. Do you know key sectors already? Did you identify key sectors that you already know in your brain in order to focus on it on your race tomorrow?
No, I haven't, and I haven't been over any of the course before, so it's going to be all new to me tomorrow.
Ok,
Yeah.
donc pas de secteur clé, pas de repérage, découverte totale. Scott Race, so this is a race which is sponsored by Scott. You are part of the Scott team. More desire, more pressure, I don't know. Plus de pression, plus d'envie de bien faire. On the side of rivalry, do you know other champions? Who do you think could be really competitive on this year, on this edition of the race, against you?
Yeah, definitely Hilary Girardi.
Hilary
And 'cause
Girardi.
She was second here last year, and she's amazing on like super technical on that. So yeah, definitely Hilary. I'm not too sure about other females.
Marcella, maybe, I think there is
Okay.
Marcella, which is, she's also the third favorite. Dernière question, ta devise. Ta devise donc est une phrase totalement intraductible, je sais pas le mot en français. Your motto is power the people, stick it to the man. I'm sorry.
I can never go at this.
Yeah. I don't know where it comes from. Donc Ruth ne se rappelle plus d'où ça vient, mais on ne sait pas ce que ça veut dire. Le pouvoir aux gens et coller aux hommes. So you can explain it like stick it to the man. It's running like a man or better than a man.
Stick it to the man is like, I feel like that what comes to mind for me is like when you're up against your competition, it's like giving everything you can to beat that person.
Ok.
Yeah.
Donc c'est bien ce qu'on avait compris, c'est tout donner, peut-être pour être meilleur que les hommes. Enfin bref, c'est tout donner et voilà, les avoir grosses. So it's not political and sporting. And c'était le moment du haka. It was haka's moment, but you told us that it's disrespectful for women to do the men's haka. Donc malheureusement, Ruth ne pratiquera pas le haka. Elle connaît une version, mais c'est pas une grande pratiquante. You told us that you are not really aware of the haka way to how to do it. Are you sure?
The female version, I had to learn it in high school, but I honestly can't remember it. And I was
you
saving
learned
it
it.
from it. I actually don't know it.
Okay. Anyway, we thank you very much for everything. Thank you for your patience for English and French and froggy words. And we wish you the best race
Awesome.
with or without any haka
Yeah.
tomorrow. Thank you
for
very
having me.
much.
Thank you.